Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, May 17, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Toronto Blue Jays vs Seattle Mariners. Our team pick is Mariners for the win. And here is why. Kikuchi went 6 scoreless innings, allowing just 1 hit and 3 walks, while piling up 6 strikeouts. Bichette had a 3-hit game, driving in 3 while scoring twice to pace the Blue Jays' offense. Toronto is still down on the money line for the season with its sluggish start while going 15-21 on the run line. Overs are 14-21-1 for the Blue Jays, and none of their past 4 games have gone over the betting total. Expected to be one of the best defenses in baseball, Toronto has not lived up to that projection, with just 3.71 runs per game on a .675 team ops. The Blue Jays pitching staff has also been slightly below average, with a 3.90 collective ERA, including a mark of 4.05 from the bullpen. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. continues to produce at a high level with an .832 ops, 7 homers and 20 RBI. George Springer is also providing plenty of pop at the top of the order with an .833 ops, 7 dingers, 18 RBI and 21 runs scored. Jose Barrios will get the ball for the 8th time this season after taking the loss last time out against the New York Yankees, allowing 5 runs on 5 hits and 1 walk while striking out 4 across 5.1 innings. The 27-year-old has uncharacteristically struggled overall, going 2-2 with a 5.82 ERA in across 34 frames. Chris Flexen took the loss, allowing 3 runs on 6 hits and 2 walks while striking out 7 across 5.1 innings. Suarez added a walk and scored both of Seattle's runs for the night. Seattle is down on the money line with its shaky start while faring slightly better on the run line at 19-17. Overs are 18-17-1 for the Mariners after the opener in Toronto went under the betting total of 9 runs. The Mariners are slightly below average in scoring with 3.97 runs per game while posting a .690 team ops. Seattle grades out around the same on the pitching side with a 3.84 collective ERA, including a mark of 3.69 from the bullpen. Logan Gilbert will make his 8th start of the season for Seattle, hoping to continue a fantastic campaign as he's 4-1 with a 2.13 ERA and 42 strikeouts across 32 innings. The 25-year-old will hope to bounce back from his first loss this year after he allowed 4 runs on 3 hits and 3 walks while striking out 9 across 5 innings last Wednesday against the Philadelphia Phillies. While Toronto will likely start mashing at the plate at some point, it hasn't been a good stretch for this offense, and the Blue Jays get a very tough challenge on Tuesday. Gilbert has been fantastic this season, and with Barrios stuck in a rut, the Mariners have some value at plus odds. After showing plenty of promise as a rookie, Gilbert has taken things up a notch in 2022, posting a 61 ERA, 82 FIP and 18.3 kBB% through 7 starts. Toronto currently ranks just below the league average with a 96 WRC+ at the plate, as there's a couple of holes at the bottom of the order, in addition to normally productive regulars like Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Teoscar Hernandez really struggling. The predictive metrics don't indicate a turnaround is coming for Barrios soon, as he's got a 136 FIP with his strikeout rate suddenly declining. While Seattle hasn't played its best so far, this is a good pitching matchup for the Mariners to pick up a win. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs. Toronto gives the ball to Jose Barrios, who they picked up from Minnesota at the trade deadline in 2021 and proceeded to ink to a long-term deal. Barrios has been a top-end arm since breaking into the bigs back in 2016, but he is currently mired in the worst stretch of his big league career. He is the not-so-proud owner of an unsightly 5.82 ERA over his first 7 starts, and he has struck out just 15.3% of the batters he has faced, compared to a career mark of 23.5%. His numbers are still inflated due to his opening day misfire, where he gave up 4 runs and was pulled from the game before recording a second out, but while it looked like he was getting things back on track with back-to-back solid efforts against the Red Sox, he has given up a total of 11 runs in his last 2 outings. The Mariners suffered a 6-game losing streak in the early days of May, but they seem to have pulled things back together after an impressive series against the Mets in New York. Series like that one against one of the strongest teams in baseball give a good litmus test for a team, and the Mariners passed with flying colors. They have a tough road in their division with the always dominant Astros and the high-flying Angels in their way, but they have a quality team, and with the expanded playoffs, they certainly still have a chance to find their way in, even though things haven't gone as they'd hoped in the season's opening weeks. The Seattle Mariners have scored 14 runs in their last 3 games and 3 or fewer runs in 6 of their last 9 games. The Mariners have lost 8 of their last 10 games when scoring 3 or fewer runs. Ty France leads the Mariners with 46 hits and 25 RBI, while J.P. Crawford and Adam Frazier have combined for 75 hits and 25 RBI. Logan Gilbert gets the ball, and he is 4-1 with a 2.13 ERA and 42 strikeouts this season. This will be Gilbert's second career game against the Blue Jays. Boston Red Sox vs Houston Astros. Our team pick is Houston Astros plus 1.5 runs. And here why. I'm sure Nathan Eovaldi hasn't forgotten his run-in with the Astros last season. He couldn't forget it even if he tried, considering he gave up 11 hits and 5 earned runs while walking 3 in the process. What better chance to get even than on the mound at Fenway Park on Tuesday? There's plenty of gusto surrounding Houston's power at the plate, but the same isn't the case for their scoring consistency. They're a middle-of-the-pack team with a .310 ops and 4.31 run scoring average. Boston has struggled at the plate, but they did find life against the Texas Rangers, minus a relatively quiet effort in the series finale. After being spoiled by the struggling Washington Nationals, the Astros will have their hands full in Tuesday's meeting with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound. The offensive firepower isn't what it once was in Houston, and they'll be faced with the task of beating the top of Boston's pitching rotation at Fenway Park. Astros starting pitcher Jose Urquidy must match Eovaldi's production in this game. If he can stave off the bats, Houston can slap on a bib in the later innings and feast on Boston's bullpen. The Red Sox's bullpen currently has the 7th worst ERA in the league for a team, allowing an average of 4.23 runs per game at home. Houston might not be consistently running up a scoreboard, but they're still packing a big stick at the plate, with the team averaging the 3rd most home runs, 1.37, and 2nd highest isolated power, .179. The Astros got the best of Nathan Eovaldi last season, and they'll do it again in Tuesday's rematch. Jeremy Pena is still questionable with a knee injury, and Houston's offense is often a mixed bag at times. But there's clearly no trusting Boston's bullpen to stand its ground, even if Eovaldi somehow manages to throw a gem against one of the best teams in the American League. At the very least, the Astros have a puncher's chance of putting the game away at the plate. They've terrorized teams with big hits, and they'll be looking to do the same to a Red Sox team with only 4 wins at Fenway Park so far this season. There isn't nearly as much pressure on Jose Urquidy to be perfect on the mound, with a bullpen throwing the 2nd best ERA, 2.69, in the league. This Astros pitching rotation is tough, and they're going to test the Red Sox in ways that'll limit them, just like nearly everyone else they've faced so far this season. Our total pick is under 9. The Houston Astros have been doing very well after a tough start offensively and are right where we expected them. Houston has done well offensively this season, as they are 7th in baseball with a .718 ops as a team and have scored 4.4 runs per game thus far. Designated hitter Yordan Alvarez has been doing well so far, as he has a .936 ops with 11 home runs and 21 RBI. He has a .241, .281, .586 slash line in his last 7 games, so it will be an interesting time to pitch to him, as he has an extraordinary amount of power. The Boston Red Sox are looking to improve offensively after a lackluster offensive start to the year, as they are currently 24th in MLB with a .641 ops as a team and have scored 3.76 runs per game thus far. They have 3rd baseman Rafael Devers leading the offense, as he has an .889 ops with 6 homers and 19 RBI this season. Nathan Eovaldi is looking to correct himself after struggling to begin the 2022 season, as his baseball savant numbers are not very kind. Hitters are not missing barrels, as he is in the 12th percentile in barrel percentage. He has done a great job at making hitters not barrel up his pitches, as only 4 of 70 batted balls have registered as barreled. Eovaldi throws 5 different pitches, and 4 of them are thrown at least 15% of the time. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Arizona Diamondbacks. Our total pick is Los Angeles Dodgers for the win. And here is why. Tyler Anderson is on the mound as he makes his 7th appearance and 5th start of the season for the Dodgers in this contest. He is 3-0 with a 4.40 ERA, a 1.116 whip, 5 walks and 27 strikeouts over 28.2 innings of work this season. Anderson didn't factor in the decision in his last outing, which came Thursday at home against the Phillies. He threw 6 innings, allowing 7 runs on 10 hits with no walks and 5 strikeouts in a game the Dodgers eventually lost 9-7. In his last 3 starts, Anderson is 2-0 with a 5.62 ERA, a 1.31 whip, 2 walks and 15 strikeouts over 16 innings of work. Anderson makes his 15th career appearance and 13th start against the Diamondbacks in this contest. He is 3-3 with a 5.96 ERA, a 1.485 whip, 24 walks and 70 strikeouts over 68 innings of work against them. Anderson is 3-2 with a 4.26 ERA, a 1.353 whip, 12 walks and 31 strikeouts over 44.1 innings of work in 9 career appearances, 8 starts, at Dodger Stadium. The Diamondbacks have yet to officially name a starter, but Caleb Smith may well be the one who gets the nod in this contest as he logs his 8th appearance and 2nd start of the year. He is 0-1 with a 9.31 ERA, a 1.966 whip, 8 walks and 12 strikeouts over 9.2 innings of work this season. Smith didn't factor in the decision in his last appearance, which came Sunday in relief against the Cubs. He retired the only hitter he faced in the contest, which the Diamondbacks dropped 3-2. Smith makes his 10th career appearance and his 6th start against the Dodgers in this contest. He is 1-3 with a 7.83 ERA, a 1.696 whip, 22 walks and 22 strikeouts over 23 innings of work in those contests. Smith is 0-1 with a 20.25 ERA, a 3.50 whip, 6 walks and 5 strikeouts over 4 innings in 3 career appearances, 1 start, at Dodger Stadium. Both teams are going to be a bit worn down after their weekend series, then playing Monday before Tuesday's doubleheader. It could be a battle of attrition as to which pitching staff can hold up as the nightcap wears on in this one. Arizona struggled against the Cubs over the weekend, and they have had problems when it comes to putting crooked numbers on the scoreboard this season. That's something that the Dodgers don't have issues with, even with their recent struggles. Despite losing 3 of 4 to the Phillies, Los Angeles put up 25 runs in those contests. Los Angeles has the power game working for them, and that helps carry them to a victory in this contest. Our total pick is under the total. The Arizona Diamondbacks have scored 8 runs in their last 3 games and 4 or more runs in 5 of their last 8 games. The Diamondbacks have won 8 of their last 10 games when scoring 4 or more runs. Dalton Varsho leads the Diamondbacks with 29 hits and 16 RBI, while Kettle Marte and Christian Walker have combined for 50 hits and 23 RBI. Merrill Kelly will get the ball tonight for the Diamondbacks. The Los Angeles Dodgers have scored 13 runs in their last 3 games and 4 or more runs in 5 of their last 7 games. The Dodgers have won 8 of their last 10 games when scoring 4 or more runs. Freddie Freeman leads the Dodgers with 38 hits and 14 RBI, while Tree Turner and Mookie Betts have combined for 69 hits and 40 RBI. Tyler Anderson will get the ball tonight for the Dodgers. Arizona has a team ERA of 3.53, which is 10th in baseball, and a 1.21 whip, which is 12th. The Arizona pitching staff is allowing opposing hitters to average .233 at the plate, which is 17th in baseball. Merrill Kelly is the leader in strikeouts with 38 and the leader in wins with 3, while Zach Gallen has the best ERA for starting pitchers at 1.05. Arizona has not released the name of its starting pitcher for the second half of their day-night doubleheader against the Dodgers on Tuesday. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.